Welcome, everyone, to the Women Who Mule Meetup group. Today, we've got two special guests that are bringing their fabulous presentation they did at Dreamforce. They're bringing it directly to you. And those of you in the room know that you can pop questions in regarding the material matter that we have so that you can get a personalized answer right here at this meetup. How better, what more could we bring to you, right? So today we're going to see how we can use MuleSoft and AI to build our APIs faster. So this is entering into um, using brand new products that we're super excited about. I know I'm excited about this. And they are fresh out of Dreamforce that just recently concluded out in San Francisco this year. So this is part of the Dreamforce tour that you're on. There are several meetups in this series. This is just one of them. Yeah, super excited. So to go ahead and just give an agenda of what we're doing, basically you'll we'll do some introductions, and then you'll meet our sponsor of the meetup. Then we will jump right into the presentation. So we're so excited to get you into that. They're going to have how does MuleSoft and AI work together? Einstein for Anypoint Code Builder. They're going to do a demo on that. And then ways that you can try out Anypoint Code Builder now, right? So it's actually not officially GA'd, but you can get in there and play around with the beta version of this or the pre release. After that, we're going to be playing trivia. So during the presentation, you better pay attention and take notes because we are going to be giving away three gift cards for that. So, and then there'll be some exciting announcements after that. But quickly, the introductions for the Women Who Mule. The Women Who Mule group is a group of women, for women, but not exclusively all women. We invite our men to be part of this too, because they love to come and support us and cheer us on. And they're just such a big part of our successes and extending and encouraging and helping us. But these are some pictures from Dreamforce from the Women Who Mule team. Nisha Sharma has been really the founder of Women Who Mule, and she's led us strongly to continue building not just for Americas but worldwide. And now there are individual Women Who Mule groups in different regions across the globe. So Nisha, hats off to you. She's a golden hoodie recipient, and she's just always here to support. She had a conflict today or she would be here. So thank you, Nisha. And then, of course, Shivani Moraro. Shivani is fast moving up as a MuleSoft certified instructor. She's recently, in fact, she's teaching today, which is why she's not here. But Shivani was hosting some of the events for the Women Who Mule at Dreamforce and did some Q&A there. So that was really exciting for her as well. And of course, I'm here. Here I am, MuleSoft ambassador. With the community, and just love doing these type of events with you to bring the best to you. I'm also a certified MuleSoft instructor and CEO of Integration Quest, who, by the way, is our sponsor today. So just a little bit, whoops, there we go. Just a little bit about Integration Quest. As a sponsor, what we do is we are a team of MuleSoft certified instructors. We primarily teach for MuleSoft and Salesforce on the instructor-led courses, but we also customize classes for things that touch MuleSoft, that MuleSoft classes don't necessarily include, or a different approach to a class. So we combine them sometimes with the MuleSoft classes in a series, or we also create custom classes for you. So it's pretty exciting to be a part of this and see the growth, and we'll be giving away some gift cards today. So next up is our wonderful ladies who are with us today, Mofi and Sue. Mofi is an associate product manager with Salesforce, and I'm going to let her tell us a little bit more about her role there and what she does as she begins her presentation. And then Sue, of course, is technical product marketing manager and with Salesforce. And so they both participated at Dreamforce for their presentation. And I'm super excited to go ahead and let them introduce themselves. I'm going to stop sharing. Mofi, I think you're going to take it from here. And then tell us a little about yourself, about your Salesforce journey. And Mofi, we'll start with you and then transition over to Sue before you really get into the meat of the matter. But tell us about yourself.
Yes, awesome. Thank you
There
so
you
much,
go.
everyone. Took a second to find where the share screen button was again. But as Diane mentioned, I am an associate product manager at Salesforce. I started just over a year ago. And as part of the APM or associate product manager program, I rotate every 8 months. MuleSoft is my second rotation, and it's been honestly just such a blast. Before MuleSoft, I was at MIT. I studied physics and computer science, and it's been great to work closely with folks here on the team to really bring the power of AI into the platform.
Can't wait. That's amazing. That is just amazing. And what an incredible journey. Hats off to you for jumping right into your career and, really look at the growth that you've had. So we're really excited for to see what your future holds with this too. And right spot. I call it catching like a wave. If you've ever surfed, you see that wave coming. I've never surfed. I've body surfed, but I've never surf. But you see that wave coming and you get yourself prepared to get on that wave, and Mofi, you have, and Sue, I'm sure you have as well, and just really enjoying that whole thrust in this industry for technology and where we sit right now. So well done, well done. So Sue, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a technical product marketing manager. So in my day to day, I am creating content specifically for technical audience, like developers or architects, um, things like demos, blogs, and then I just also been helping out with the AI messaging for MuleSoft. And I guess like my background, I've done like technical support for like database that's like time series, and then I've also done executive engagement. So I really enjoy this role because it's kind of like a mix of all the experiences that I have together, and every day I'm learning something new. There's always something deeper that I can go into about the product, as well as new features like things like that the Mofi works on that I get to have sneak preview before anyone else. So it's always an adventure each day.
It is true. That's one thing about IT. I've been in IT for a very long time. We won't talk about how long that is, but it's ever changing. Some of the basic elements will remain the same, but yet we see the transitions and changes in product lines that come up, and to it's so exciting. It's just so exciting to see it. So, without further ado, Mofi, take it away. Let's go on to our presentation.
Yes, actually, Sue will be kicking us off, so I'll hand it
Oh,
right back to her to get
sorry
us.
about that. Sorry about that. Okay, then,
Oh no,
Sue.
no worries. Yep. So we'll be talking about how to use MuleSoft and AI to build APIs faster. So Mofi, if you want to go into the next slide. Again, a lot of the things that we're talking about are still in the works. So, please make your purchasing decisions based on what's generally available. I won't read every single word on the slide, but we can move on now. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Like for the next 20 minutes, Mofi and I are going to be talking about, how as MuleSoft we're thinking about AI, like how we can incorporate it into our products, as well as how we can enable you to incorporate AI into the applications that you're building. And yeah, I'm hoping that like this could be something useful that you can also try to like framework like how you build AI applications. So we've already done introductions. And so, yeah, so let's dive into the content. I think we can all are on the same page that generative AI will accelerate innovation, and we've been seeing a lot of amazing demos, whether it's from Salesforce or outside of it. And I'm sure a lot of you have even tried out a lot of these capabilities, whether it's through ChatGPT, Bard, or even using the LLM APIs themselves. And these applications that we build using AI or is they are amazing, but you know if we go to the next slide, the reality is that we have tested AI, but we find it really difficult to put it to work, like actually put it into production and use it. And I think there's multiple barriers to this. And the first is the fragmented data. It's hard to ingest all these data that you have into multiple systems into an AI model. Like average business uses over 1,000 apps, each day. And because you have all these fragmented data, you actually end up having missing context. And that means that you just have generic data go into your AI models, and then you get generic recommendations, which makes it really hard to actually take action on whatever the AI finds as insightful. And then it's also really hard to trust what's going to happen to your data once it's in your AI model, or if you're using a third party, like what they're going to do with it. Like, how do you know that the data that you put in that's actually just meant for your enterprise actually ends up helping out a competitor, right? And then lastly, there's always security risk involved when you're trying to access data across various systems. So when I was in during Dreamforce, I checked how many models there are on Hugging Face, which is like a public repository of all the public large language models, and there was over 300,000 models. And so it's a lot of things that you have to consider, and each of them are, made for a certain use case that's going to either help or delay your progress. And so with MuleSoft, we're kind of thinking about it at three levels. One, first, how can we enable developers, admins, architects to be able to automate and integrate using our products that have AI solutions built into it. And then the second is, how do we enable you to incorporate large language models into your applications that you're building so that you can have a fuller customer experience offerings. And then lastly, MuleSoft is part of Salesforce, so we want to be able to fuel Customer 360 with AI and data. So next slide. Sorry, I'm still recovering from a cold from Dreamforce.
Oh no. I heard a couple people got that. When you're at an event so large, I'm sure that's going to happen, but you sound good. Your sound is very good.
Oh, yay. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so now that I've kind of talked about the landscape and how MuleSoft is thinking about this, I kind of wanted to show a visual diagram of how we think MuleSoft fits into this large language model or generative AI space. So large language models, they're exposed as APIs, and that's because they're the easiest way to get data in and data out. But right now, all these large language models, they are kind of open for anyone to use however they would like. And I think within an enterprise, we want to go ahead and be able to protect it. So next. And with MuleSoft, we're already providing universal API management. We have API governance. We have Flex Gateway that allows you to control and secure APIs with already out of the box policies, so such as authentication, client ID, enforcement, or rate limiting. So all of that, what we currently have is kind of the first level of protection to ensure that the data that goes in and out of your system, or who has access to the LLM models, have proper there's a proper security behind it. But another thing is, because both Flex and Mule Gateway support custom policies, you can go ahead and create custom policies that might do PII data management, using something like Microsoft Presidio, or you can even do prompt inspection, using data weave and then looking for certain terms. So next. So now that you have, LLM APIs, secure and governed, that's where our MuleSoft tooling comes in. So things like Flow, or, oh yeah, by the way, Flow is part of MuleSoft automation and integration now. But yeah, so things like Flow or RPA, those will have generative AI capabilities built into it. And then something that Mofi is going to be showing about Anypoint Code Builder, so the integration space, that will also have generative AI capabilities built in. So it's kind of double layer, where you can build applications that have AI built into it while using products or solutions that have AI that allows you to build it faster. So, and the next, and all of that, connects all these data sources together. It supports them, it provides you with insights, and then you can go ahead and send it back to the large language models so that you have fully grounded prompts, again, protected, so that you can get responses and insights that are, grounded and built on top of the data that you have in your systems. And then just to point out, like this scenario is if you're building, applications outside of, Salesforce ecosystem. But if you're using, AI capabilities within Salesforce platform, there's Einstein, and Einstein has a trust layer that does all the toxicity checks, PIA handling, and more. And in the future, they're planning to allow you to be able to bring your own large language models. So not necessarily use the one that Salesforce provides you, but be able to also swap it out depending on your use case and what you need. So now I'll hand it over to Mofi. So if you go to the next slide, we zoom into integrate portion so we can focus on Code Builder.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sue. As Sue mentioned, I'll be giving a demo of how we're integrating the power of AI within Anypoint Code Builder. But before we get into it, I just want to set the scene a little bit. What is Anypoint Code Builder? Anypoint Code Builder is the next evolution for MuleSoft, and developers can use this VS Code-based IDE to build their APIs and integrations. This low-code and pro-code platform enables developers to build in two different modes. This first by editing in the UI or the canvas, or the second by typing in the XML directly. But what if we added a third mode that could enable anyone to become a developer? Well, with Einstein for Anypoint Code Builder, our developers get started quickly and they build fast. And projects they may have once taken dozens of hours to create may now only take a few. Making sure our developers never have to start from scratch, Einstein takes prompts describing the desired business logic and it will transform into flows that developers can use and run. And suppose I wanted to create a flow that sends an email every single time a case is created in Salesforce. I know that I need a mechanism to listen to my Salesforce organization and another for sending emails from my inbox, but I'm not quite sure how to get started. Thankfully, when I navigate to Anypoint Code Builder, I see two ways to get started. I can either choose to start from scratch, or I can choose to start with AI. And by choosing to start with AI, a window pane is launched on the right, which hosts an interface in which I can easily interact with Einstein, the ultimate AI assistant for turbocharging productivity. So it's at the bottom here where I can ask for the flow. Bear with me while I type this out. And as Einstein is composing, I see that it gives me real-time updates about the flow that is being generated. Again, this is connected directly. This is connected to OpenAI's large language model via the Einstein trust layer, which makes sure that there's zero data retained on OpenAI's side and we're keeping your data secure. So now that I've received the flow from Einstein, I can review it. And I noticed a couple things. I noticed that it has the Salesforce new object listener, which is listening for these updates in my organization. And it also has the email send operation, and this enables me to actually send emails. And on top of that, it has an explanation that details exactly how it does this. In reviewing this, I can choose to give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. And since this achieves the use case that I wanted, I will give it a thumbs up. And now I have two options. I can either choose to copy it directly to my clipboard, or I can choose to insert it with a single click. And I'll draw your attention to the bottom right, where we see that a couple of dependencies to support this flow were automatically added to my project for me, making it really easy to implement Einstein-generated flows. In addition, you'll see that the window pane has a history tab, which makes it super easy to go back to prompts that I've already sent to Einstein without having to repeatedly send them again. Awesome. So now that I have my flow in my project, I'm going to exit out. And first, I'll make a change just so the email is sent to the right user. And then my flow is all done. But I need to tell my application which Salesforce instance to listen to and which emails I'm sending these emails from. And to do so, I can use snippets. But what are snippets? Snippets are these customizable or built-in pieces of code that developers can easily reuse when developing so that they don't have to keep typing the same lines of code over and over again. So first, I'm going to insert a snippet that will enable me to use secure properties within secure or encrypted properties within my project. And notice again that the dependencies are automatically added for me. And I'll change the file name to point to where these secure properties are stored. Awesome. And then I'll insert my connection to my Salesforce org using these secure properties. And lastly, a connection to my email inbox, again, leveraging the secure properties. And just like that, I have my application configured to my Salesforce instance in my email inbox, as well as the flow that will actually enable me to send these emails every single time a case is created. Let's see this in action. So I'm going to deploy my flow, or start my flow rather, in the debugger. And while we're waiting for it to start, let's take a look at the inbox where I want to send these emails, as well as my Salesforce instance. So here on the left, I have my Salesforce instance with all my new cases, and here on the right, I have my inbox where I want to receive them. And so jumping back to my Salesforce org, I see that to my application, I see that it has deployed. So I go back to create a case. Oh, log in first.
I'm surprised it allowed you to log in. Usually during a demo, all those things mess up. So
Yeah. Like all my screens had changed order. So working through it. So okay.
I hope I didn't just jinx us.
No worries. I've never run into this problem before. But let me just
I
try.
think you can just change the priority to high.
Okay.
There
Interesting.
we go. There we go.
Okay. So, and so now I have the case created, and I see that the email pop up in my inbox. So in MuleSoft, we love our developers, and by bringing the power of AI into the platform, we enable our developers to get started quickly and build fast. This feature is piloting very soon, next month, and we're so excited to get it in the hands of you folks. So please reach out to your AEs if you are all interested in getting started. And I will hand it back to Sue to show you or tell you more information about how to get involved with Anypoint Code Builder.
Yep.
Thank you, Mofi. That was
so-
awesome. There are so many comments. Now that you're not presenting, go back and look at the comments. And our secret ninja out there, Simone, has been answering many of the questions there. So very cool. This is so exciting. Okay, Sue, take it away.
Yep. So if you want to try out the open beta for Anypoint Code Builder, you can do so today. Mofi, do you want to give information on how people can join the closed pilot for Einstein for Code Builder?
Yes. So as Sue mentioned, you can try out the public beta of Anypoint Code Builder today, either by downloading the extension pack, Anypoint extension pack from VS Code Marketplace, or by going to the Cloud ID on the Anypoint platform. Those are the two ways you can get started. But for specifically the pilot, you'll have to go through the pilot nomination process with your AE. So please reach out to your AE. They will get in contact with us and start the process on our end. And then once we go through that nomination process, then we'll provision the entitlement for you folks, and you'll be able to get started. But that's kind of the process about getting involved.
Yep. And then if you want to learn more about the direction MuleSoft is thinking for in terms of the AI landscape, you can check out this Q&A blog that Param Cologne, our EVP of Automation and Integration, did. And yeah, it just kind of gives you a really good idea of the vision that we have. And then lastly, Mofi showed a demo of Einstein for Anypoint Code Builder, but we're also incorporating AI into our automation products also. So if you want to see the innovations that we're doing there, you can check out this demo that my coworker Ardam did on how we're incorporating all these different components of automation together. Yeah, so, that one's now not live, but yeah, thanks again for joining us. And then Diane, should we do questions now?
Yeah, I'll kick off the trivia. So thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, one
Yeah,
thing,
go ahead,
Diane,
Muffy.
before we
Go
get
ahead.
into trivia, I think, Tony, you brought a great question up about how we're training these models. And I want to call out that our number one priority when it comes to AI has always been and will continue to be trust. And we want to make sure that your customer data is not being exposed anywhere. So we've started by using solely MuleSoft internal proprietary data to train our models. And at the point to which we get to being able to use customer data on these models, it will only be on a tenant by tenant basis. Your customer data will not be used to train other models, and vice versa. So that's how we're thinking about it. But I wanted to call that out because I think that's a frequently asked question that we get.
Yeah, a great point too. And any of the other questions that we saw, I think we did get answers for them, but if there's anything you want to expand on that, like I think you covered how they can be involved in the pilot program. And some have asked, can we use this in production now? As far as the code builder, where it sits at the present time, can they be deployed and used? Any of those that are created in the pre-release?
So the AI So the AI feature is not currently available in the pre-release. When the official start date for which the AI feature will be available is the 16th of October, which is working in tandem with the GA of Anypoint Code Builder. So once you guys have that version available and then go through obviously the pilot nomination process, then we'll toggle on the feature for you folks within that build.
Okay. Okay. Couple more questions here. Can you use your own LLM model instead of Einstein?
So as Sue mentioned, Einstein's bringing the own capability to bring your own model, BYOM, as we call it. Currently, that BYOM feature is not available as part of the Einstein for Anypoint Code Builder because there's a lot of work that we do to make sure that our training process works specifically with the models that we employ. But I think that's something that we're thinking a lot about, bringing the power of BYOM also into Einstein for Anypoint Code Builder.
Okay. Good. And yeah, Tony, that was going to be a similar question. I was thinking along those same lines. Tony's asked, can I train it myself to do things? Like in transform message component to assign a variable versus using the set variable component. Can you actually train it?
Yeah, that's a great call out, Tony. So something that we're also working towards, as I mentioned earlier, is personalization, right? Like you want Einstein to be able to generate flows that abide by the preferences and the policies that you have. And we're trying to figure out ways in which you can incorporate that. That's not currently available, but that's something that's at the forefront of our mind because I think the personalization on the developer basis is when things really become so customized and seamless. So yeah, we're thinking about that, but not currently available.
Yeah. Very exciting. Any other questions? Feel free, or if you see something there that I've overlooked, be sure to address it in the chat from the chat. But I think a lot of it, some of the questions were along the lines of, do you need a um, additional licensing for this, or is this something that is going to be included? And we understand that that is going to be included, so it'll be part of the package. So, but great, wonderful presentation, excellent, excellent. Super excited about this. So, and I understand there is going forward, some of the other meetups are also covering the topics about the Anypoint Code Builder, the the meetup group, the online English meetup group. Monique is in the room, and he had told me earlier that today's segment that was right before this one. So we're all hand in hand doing like a baton pass off, sharing different, details and information. And it's a great add on to view that one. So be sure to check out the online English meetup group for the presentation today. That recording will be posted, and that's part one of a three-part series. So let's learn this. This is where we're headed. And one of the amazing things that I picked up from that is the life cycle of an API can be all managed from that one, from the Anypoint Code Builder there. So add the AI to this when you can, and be part of that pilot program, and talk about expediting your time to, from design all the way to delivery. That'll certainly speed up your process there. So exciting times, exciting times. From partner login, can I try Code Builder? Okay, and there is a way that you can actually try the pre-release right now. So you can be downloading that from the anypoint.mulesoft.com site, and test it out there. It's in its beta, but the actual release is coming. Mofi, Sue, actual release time?
Yes, that is one of our trivia questions. So
Oh, we're not going to give that answer now. You did mention it earlier. I
a
heard
little
it.
longer,
I heard
but
it.
it's coming. It's coming it's coming mid next month. That's a little hint for the questions coming. But
Well, let's do the trivia questions so we can address that one. They'll get it now, won't they? And if you paid attention, okay, the way the trivia is going to work, here's how it goes. I am going to put question number one in the chat like that, like I just did. Now I'm going to the screen that will actually tell about trivia. So you can only win once. The gift cards are $50. Integration Quest is sponsoring them. Okay, Simone, thank you. And so the question will pop up, and the first correct answer. So Mofi and Sue, be watching. Are you all ready? Emojis, you're ready? Are we ready? No one's okay. There we go. Here we go. There we go. All right. The first question is, what is the name of the Anypoint Code Builder extension pack? The extension pack. All right. So the first correct answer. Do we see a correct answer in the chat so far, Mofi?
yep,
Oh, and who is that?
Tony.
Oh my gosh, Tony. Congratulations to you. All right, Tony, be sure to send me an email that you want me to send that to. You can send it to me in the community Slack. Okay. The email you would like for me to send that to. All right. Nice try, folks. Okay. Question two. So let me get it in the chat here. So they're divided out. All right. Question two. Here we go. Question number two is, when is the GA date? So the moment of truth. The moment of truth. And the correct answer is Mofi?
Javier. Apologies if I didn't pronounce that correctly.
Kavya, October 16th. So yes, Kavya, you've got it correct. So Kavya, I need you. I'm going to put my email here in the chat. So Kavya, I don't believe I've got you personally in our community chat, but go ahead and email me the email address you want me to use to send it to. Okay. All right. And now, question number 3. Question number 3. Here we go. What is the name of the AI persona with Anypoint Code Builder? You guys are not choosing Max? You don't think it's Max or MuleBot? Okay. And the correct answer, Mofi?
Is C, Einstein, so that goes to Mass then.
Mathen. Awesome. Congratulations to you. All right, let me jot down our winners here real quick so I've got them. And congratulations to you all for winning. Let me get, come on, here we go. Kavyas also, and then Tony. Okay, yeah, be sure to email me. Mashan, did you get my email address? Yeah, okay, great. The mascot, Tony says the mascot looks like Mark Twain. Tony, you're so funny. You always have funny things to say. You crack me up. All right. So to conclude our session, I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. What's next? Why don't you drop us a line and let us know what you'd like for us to cover? Oftentimes in the Women Who Mule, we also include someone's journey. Simone's journey is in our recordings. So you may want to take a look at that. It's great to hear people's journey along the way. And actually what was so funny about Simone's journey was that she had someone in the audience who had worked at a place where she had also worked, and that was kind of cool. My journey's out there. It's one of the first few meetups that we did for Women Who Mule, and when I tell you that I've been in IT for a long time, you can see my journey. It's been a long time. So anyway, but it always just keeps getting greater. Oh, look at there, I'm having security scans. Anyway, so yeah, it was, Simone. It was so sweet to hear. And also little Lily, your mascot. We know she's definitely a MuleSoft mascot for sure. You will be receiving an email of a survey for the event. So please be sure to fill that survey out. Let us know how you liked it. And also, as Isabella mentioned earlier, I believe it was Isabella that mentioned there'll be a series of these recordings from the data weave or from the Dreamforce segment. And so be sure to be watching for that. And Mofi and Sue, thank you so much for presenting today. And I know you did a fabulous job also at Dreamforce. So I look forward to future events together with you all. And any closing comments, Mofi or Sue?
No, it was awesome getting to share with the group. We're really excited. I think with respect to AI, we're at the nexus point or the inflection point, and there's a lot that the team's currently working on, and we're just really excited to have you folks test it out. So please get involved. Reached out to your AEs. And yes, I think we caught any questions in the chat, but if there are any ones that we missed, please let us know and we'll try to follow up before this wraps.
Yep. And
Great.
thank you, Diane, for being an awesome host.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. It's great to have you with us. And Nathan is mentioning too a request. This is more for the meetup, not necessarily for the topic, but is mentioned it would be great to have a meetup match. The time frame that would be good for their time frame as well. And that's why the Women Who Mule, there are different regional divisions for the Women Who Mule. And this one is, although we all reach out globally, it doesn't matter what time frame or what region you're in, you're always welcome to all of the others. But for that very purpose, we have, divided out different regional Women Who Mule events. And that way, it's more accustomed to your time frame. But yeah, a time zone thing has got its challenges for sure. I understand that. So thank you all. We appreciate you being here and spending some time with us, and have a wonderful day. Yeah, there are different regions. Let me pull that up really quick. Hang on. So anybody that would needs to drop feel free. But I want to show the Women Who Mule meetup group here. There we go. Let me bring it up on this side. And I'll show you the different regions. Yeah. And like I said, you don't have to, we're not dividing out. Hey, Ravi, I didn't know you were in the room. I didn't, the Women Who Mule, there's EMEA, there's APAC, AMER. Am I getting them all? Isabella, I'm not overlooking any. I don't know if Marianne is with us also. So you can go to either of these, okay? And so here's Women Who Mule AMER for America, APAC, and EMEA. So there is not one for LATAM at this time. Oh, Mariana. Hint, hint. Maria, maybe you could talk to Mariana about that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, but like I said, you're all invited to all of them. Sometimes I'm on some of the others, to support them and that kind of thing. Oh yeah, cool. Look what's come of this today. We just might have a Women Who Mule LATAM. That would be so cool. All right. Well, let's wrap today. Thank you so much again, everyone. Have a wonderful day and look forward to seeing you at our next event. So have a great day. See you again soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank you all. Nation, the recording will be at this meetup location in the Women Who Mule and AMER. So you will find it listed down below. Once I post it up, it will be here on the webpage. So I'll show you a previous one. Like here's Simone's previous one, and I added the recording. So see, and there's Lily. There's Lily. So the recording will be like this once I have it processed. Okay. All right. Thanks so much, everyone.